a spot to park away from people so I can make a video. Good spot right here. All right, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today I'm going to do a quick update here on the 132, and I'm going to talk specifically more about the tuning process and what actually happened to the bike. I'm going to reveal some of the numbers that I got, and we're going to go from there. Now, before I get into the video, big shout out to Rhino's Motorsport. That's where I got the tuning done. The guy there, Dakota, was very, very nice, and he did a really good job. Took his time to be able to obviously, you know, do the best he could with the bike. He addressed a couple issues. One main issue that we have, I'm going to tell you guys about that. But again, big shout out to him because he did really, really good, and he took his time. If you don't know, the first time that we actually tuned the motorcycle, it blew a gasket. I think it blew a gasket before I even took it up there. And again, if you haven't watched that video, link it down below for you guys to check it out. Some issues that we have with the 132 from SNS, but again, we fixed that supposedly, and we tuned the bike again, and it's doing pretty good. So I just took a trip to Panama City to the Raleigh. That's kind of why you see this bag right here. I'm going to do a video about the bag too and show you the bag and all that good stuff in there. But again, it was a pretty decent rally. We had a good time. We stayed in a pretty nice place, and again, it was pretty good time. We got the 132 here on the Road Glide 2022 Limited, and check out the other video. I talked about some of the things that it had, but obviously it has an SNS 132 kit. When we did the tuning, Dakota recommended upgrading the clutch springs, and we put that in there as well. Screaming Eagle clutch springs, it was about 30 bucks or something. It wasn't really that expensive. And again, I'm not really good with this and all that. My friend Jason actually helped me out building the bike, and big shout out to him. So if I miss something or whatever, you know, don't kill me for that. Here's the 132 SNS air breather, and again, you can see it right there, right? So the numbers that we got, and I put it here on the screen, it was 145 torque and 121 horsepower. Now, Dakota told me that if I change the pipe, I could do a lot better. So again, the pipe that I have right now is this Bassani right here, 2-into-1, and you can kind of see the pipe. It comes down here, and obviously it's a 2-into-1 pipe, and you can kind of see it right there. Now, when I got the bike, the pipe was there already. The pipe looks great. I mean, it freaking looks fantastic, right? It's Bassani. So I'm thinking, you know what? It's a great pipe that is going to do just fantastic. I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to do anything crazy or anything like that. But the reality is that this pipe right here is really not that good with this build. And here's the reason why. I do have the shields back on, which I missed a screw right here. I got to put it on. But if I would take this off, which I'm not going to do because it's a pain in the butt, you will see that you have multiple different steps, right? So it goes from like being bigger in diameter to smaller to bigger, and that goes around the entire pipe, right? So again, it's not one diameter that comes out and goes straight back, right? Or the same thing right here. It is definitely different diameter. So it goes from one side to another side. I think he said that's called a step. So kind of different steps into the pipe, and essentially that pipe is designed for something bigger. And when I heard that, I kind of, you know, jiggle a little bit, because I'm like, man, we're putting a 132 SNS kit here. I mean, bigger than that, and obviously there's bigger engines, bigger builds, and things like that. And actually, if you go to the website and you look at the pipe, it talks about that, and the website itself, they kind of show me that too. So again, the pipe is not the most optimal pipe for the motorcycle, right? And again, he gave me a couple different recommendations and things like that. Obviously, I could buy another one, but then we're talking about another 1,200 bucks plus tuning. I mean, you guys get the deal. It's gonna get actually quite expensive. So you know what, he told me, hey, look, man, if you want to get about 10 more horsepower, 10 more torque, obviously change the pipe, come back, we tune it again, and we should get better number. But if not, go ahead and ride the bike, enjoy yourself, let me know how that feels, and maybe you're just happy with that. Now, to be completely honest, guys, I was already happy with the 114 stage 1 or stage 2 that I had. I thought the bike did fantastic. I took it to Alabama. I really didn't have any issues or anything like that. I really put a 132 just because, you know, I had some extra money at that particular moment, and I was like, let's do it, just because I got excited about it. But again, the bike with a 114 was just more than enough. I was like, well, at least I got 145 torque, 121 horsepower, you know, for somebody like me that doesn't know much about this stuff, that sounds like a lot. So I took the bike to Panama City and it did just fine. You know, like I felt very, very happy. I was in the highway going to, you know, some good speed and riding with my buddy Smooth, and we did a really good time just riding there, riding back. We did really good timing. We went to the rally. We had a fantastic time, and the bike did just fine. The bike has a lot of power. Once you hit on that throttle, I mean, it moves, it goes fast. I mean, at no point I was like, man, I need more. You know, I had plenty. The whole time I had plenty enough to be able to move fast with a passenger in the rear. And if you notice, I haven't taken the pack off, but I was like packing, right? I had this bag right there. I had a passenger, as I was talking about. I have me, that I'm not skinny guy. I'm pretty heavy, and I had stuff in my bags and all that. And the bike was just freaking moving. I mean, you hit the throttle and it takes off. So do I really want to spend another $1,600 plus to get 10 more horsepower? I mean, I don't know. I tell you what, I said this moment, no, because I don't have that kind of money right now. But if I do, maybe I do something else. Maybe I change the cams and then I go there and tune it again or something like that, maybe. But here's something that I want to share with you guys after doing this process right here. It is really cool to be able to get one of those big bore kits, but everything kind of has to go with it. You really have to spend a lot of time thinking about your build, right? Because you got to have the proper big bore kit with the proper air intake, with the proper pipes, with the proper cams, right? All that is kind of like something that you really got to think about it, and you got to make sure that it works. In this case in particular, this pipe doesn't work with that. So if you're trying to start a build or something like that and you don't have all that money, where you just want to dump into everything at once, just keep in mind that you really need to have the whole kit that you want in your mind and then start working towards, right? I'm gonna get this pipe, then I'm gonna get this cam, then I'm gonna get this big bore kit. So like that all works together and you don't waste your money, right? Again, something that I learned from just doing this, and it is what it is. But the bike is doing good. Big shout out to Jason, Dakota, and everybody that helped me with the bike. Appreciate you guys watching, and as always, God is in control.